Sunny Boy. Did you watch Sunny Boy? No, you didn't.
No.
Watch what?
Sunny Boy. I said I was gonna watch it last week and I didn't.
Womp womp womp.
Bro, I got caught up with Destiny. Not even lying. That's actually what happened. I started playing video games and I was like,
I was gonna be like, is that an anime?
no, it was video games.
It's this newest episode was it wasn't as crazy as the one before. Was Sunny Boy, but they give you some big information that like kind of depressed me a bit.
Really?
Yeah. That I'm not gonna say what it is.
Yeah, don't, because I do want to watch it. I do want to watch
but it give you more. They gave you more information of the world itself.
Okay.
And like how do I say it? Kind of like the lore and kind of like what's happening with these kids or whatever. A big piece of information came out, and it's really depressing. It's sad.
You know what's crazy?
It's really sad to think about
how anime can affect your mental state and like emotions. No, but it's true because I mean it really depends on like how attached you are to like certain shows. Because like I remember I got really sad when I first watched the scene where Naruto hears the word of Jiraiya passing. I remember hearing that and I was like, damn, bro, that shit's crazy. And I remember actually getting sad and emotional thinking about it. And like watching Naruto go through like the phases of like denial and everything like that of like, you know, seeing somebody pass, especially somebody he saw as like a father figure when, you know, obviously he didn't have his father who was the fourth Hokage. And then like other anime, like for example, A Silent Voice.
Yeah.
Which was a phenomenal movie.
It's a good movie.
And I remember just getting emotional watching that too, because like, especially for the girl, the protagonist, the female protagonist, like all that shit was just super sad and just like, yeah, I mean it's crazy. This anime can really just hit you really hard in the feels, and especially for like, I know for some of you, I didn't experience this, but for some people who watched the Endeavor scene in My Hero this season, where like he hugs his son after everything. Really I know some people got emotional watching that, and yeah, I mean it's just like it's crazy to think how anime can just push you in this like weird funk zone type thing just to hit you right in the feels. But at the same time, when there's like a really high, like you're energetic, you're super into it, you're really into it, or like sometimes you like happy cry. That's a thing too.
Yeah,
so it's just
I did that today.
Really?
Or for My Hero.
Really?
Oh.
This week?
You had happy cry?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'll go into more detail once we talk about it.
Yeah, actually, please.
But like with my Silent Voice, we talked about it on here before.
100%, yeah.
But that specific movie brought out sadness and anger and like I don't know what's the other word, like empathy. I think empathy would be the correct word.
Yeah, I agree.
What is this a movie? I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal movie.
Banger of a movie. It deals with this guy who he's a high schooler. Back in the day, they had this girl.
No, middle schooler. They started middle school.
They're not in high school?
Yeah, they are. They started in middle school. What you're talking about, like what happened?
And
then they evolve into high school, and that's when.
Well, the movie starts. Start the movie with him in high school?
No, it starts in middle school.
Okay. Well, they're in middle school, and there's the main kid. He's kind of like the class clown, and him and then the rest of the class are making fun of this girl who she's deaf, right?
She's deaf, yeah.
So she can't hear. And because of that reason, for that reason, she can't talk right.
Okay.
Like, you know how deaf people talk, you know, with that muffled type sound. And they will make fun of her and they'll pick on her, and then years pass and he runs into her again and he feels bad about it pretty much, right? And he's trying to get forgiveness from her, and there's like this journey of that.
Okay.
And it's really good.
It's really sad though. Very
there's sad
heavy
moments in it.
There's some heavy moments.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I at the beginning of for half of the movie, I hated the main guy because he was such an asshole when he was a kid.
Yeah.
You know, and then like there was this one moment. I'm not gonna say what it is. Should I say it? Yeah.
Are you talking about the fireworks?
When the girl says that, you know, she feels like it's her fault. I just said it.
Oh well, man, yeah, you said it.
Yeah. Well, like, so they like the girl kind of like reflects on what happened like in middle school or whatever, and she feels like it's her fault that they were making fun of her because that's the way she was.
Oh,
yeah.
I lost it.
Yeah.
I lost it. I was like, no, it's not your fault. It's these asshole kids who don't know any better. Like it was like I wanted to like hug her. Like I was hugging my.
100%. There were like scenes where I'm just like, oh my god, like I really just wanted to hug both. Sometimes the guy at the end, not at the beginning. The beginning I absolutely hated him.
Fucking ass.
Yeah, at the beginning I absolutely hated him, but towards the end I was like, damn, bro. Like
I had to really struggle to forgive him. I did not want to forgive him.
Does it end on a happy note, or does it just sad all the way through? Okay, that's good.
It's a great. I mean, obviously it kind of sucks to hear that it ends on a happy note because some people like. You know, they don't want that spoiled, but at the same time, like, it's good to see that, like...
Oh, sorry, guys.
There's light at the end. No. That's just something.
The movie's been around for a while.
Yeah, it's been out for a very long time.
Yeah, you should have watched it.
We both highly suggest you watch it.
It's one of the better anime movies I've seen.
100%. This is actually probably my top favorite anime movie.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's really good.
And I've watched really good stuff. Like
only good
the
stuff.
Dragon Ball Super movie.
Oh, yeah.
Rolly, yes, sir. But, everybody, welcome back to a brand new episode of the Bento Boxcast. This is episode 20. We're almost of legal drinking age, everybody. Episode 20 of the Bento Boxcast.
It's not a regular episode without, Renee cringing.
With a little cringe from me. It's cool, baby.
Yeah.
It's cool. But this is the most animeist podcast of all the internet. We're here coming at you on whatever audio platform you may choose. We've got you covered on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, or any other platform associated with Anchor.com. But you can also find us on our new home for YouTube, youtube.com/geekchart3000, where we post every Tuesday. Yeah?
Yes.
Tuesday,
Every Tuesday. I had to double check, guys. Sorry. Every Tuesday, where you can find us here live and direct, and you can come at us and tell us anything you want to tell us. For example, in every episode, you, the viewer, has a chance to add some talking points, to suggest some topics, and to give us some things to discuss on the pod. And the only way that could happen is by either one of three ways. One, you tweet at us directly at Bento Boxcast or our personal Twitters. Two, you can join the community Discord down below and get in touch with the community, get involved, talk to us about anime. Or three, leave a comment down below. And you already know, guys. Feel free to chat us up and let us know. And like I said, get involved in the community. So, without further ado, everybody, we have had an eventful week for anime. Some of the craziest stuff has been happening both in manga and in anime news. One Piece has been absolutely crazy.
Oh, really?
I'm super excited for this. I also realized last episode that I kept saying super excited a lot, so I'm going to try to knock it out. I'll stop doing that this time. But extremely ecstatic for One Piece and where it's going, especially with this most recent chapter.
Is One Piece ending? Did I read that somewhere?
It's ending within the next 5 years, which is like huge news because it's like it's not that far ahead. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually really far ahead, but if you think about it in like manga news, it's actually really quick.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. Like 5 years, like, oh, whatever. That's 5 years from now.
Yeah.
But like when you think of like the story, you're like, dude, holy shit, that means we have to wrap up X, Y, Z by that time. And the way Oda moves, there's gonna be occasional like 2-week breaks, 3-week breaks. So it's like it's not like you're getting that many chapters.
Okay.
Granted, we've hit over 1,015 chapters already, which is a lot. So it's like in terms of like anime episodes, it's gonna be crazy. But I mean, yeah, just to add to the huge collection of anime episodes that are in One Piece already, the journey that it is. But yeah, I mean, like I said, there's a bunch of other crazy news. Jujutsu Kaisen. Sadly, this is probably the first chapter that I will say meh to.
Wow.
How
it's been on a very high and it's just been on a roller coaster. And this one's like one of those, like when a roller coaster like is right about to hit the edge and it goes and it like stops right before. Like they freak you out where you're thinking to dip, but they stop. Like
yeah, so they hold you at the peak.
Yeah.
Before they release you, you can go down.
Yeah, so it's like you think you're about to go over the arch and it just like it stops you midway and you're like, oh, what the fuck, and then just lets you like fall downwards. That's where we're currently at. We hit a little snag. And I'm hoping next chapter gets better. This one it was very like story building, very plot heavy, and I'm just like, because it's been action. Okay, let's take a pause. Plot thickening.
Does this have anything to do with the
movie?
Creator? Well, the creator didn't he like take a break and then like,
that was before. Yeah, well, he came back from his hiatus.
So he did a few chapters already.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. He's like past his hiatus. He's like, I'm back. What's up, guys?
Okay.
And yeah, so like right now he's doing like super heavy story building. So
okay.
But you know.
Maybe there's a reason for it.
Yeah, maybe it's gonna pay off later on.
Mm-hmm.
I hope so because, like I said, it's been very, very good. And it's like now we just take a little pause and break in it, and I'm like, fuck, man. But yeah, what about you guys? Any fun anime stuff that came up this week?
You already know. I'm watching Kage Shoujo, Sunny Boy. I already brought it up. I still love those two shows. Konosuba is I like Konosuba, but like the thing is, Konosuba has like they have like a ensemble cast of like lovable characters, and not everybody's getting a lot of shine.
Really,
it's too many characters, and I feel some of them are getting overlooked. If I would have a complaint, that would be my one complaint for the show.
For Konosuba?
But I mean, why I say Konosuba?
Kake Shoujo or whatever?
No, Dragon Maid.
Oh, really?
It's Kobayashi Dragon Maid.
There's just too many characters right now that it's just like, bruh.
There's so many characters that you enjoy watching that not enough of them are getting enough screen time that I feel they should have.
Okay.
Like, for example, the main... I don't even want to call her protagonist, but like the newest character, his name is Ilulu. She's like, she has like red hair. She has like pigtails or whatever.
Oh, I've seen pictures of her, yeah.
Yeah, she came in hot. Like, she came in like, oh, I'm going to, destroy the human world or whatever. And within the episode, she became friends with them, and now she just kind of hangs out in the background.
She became a background character? That
like,
sucks.
I wish they would have more for her to do. Yeah. And Kana, same thing with her. She's like the little one with the like grayish hair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she hasn't really done much in this season either. But,
really?
Yeah.
Wasn't she like super important last season or the first season?
Yeah, she was really popular.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Are you along with like the same people, where it's like they also agree that like a lot of people are getting in the back seat? Like, are you? I don't
know what the community's saying.
This
is just my opinion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's getting like people love the show. I mean, I'm enjoying the whole other show too. You know, and just saying that I just wish
there was more.
I wish there was more. That's it.
Okay.
Much. Yeah, but trying to think what else am I watching. Yeah, I forgot the name of the Ja, whatever the fuck, the girl, the little short
girl. Purple haired girl, yeah.
Dawn's really funny. That's some good stuff went on there too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're nearing close to the end. I think we have like maybe 4 to 6 weeks left of this season. So we're gonna get to that all popular fall 2020, baby. No, 2021. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's been good. The season's been good. A lot for me. A lot of good comedies. A lot of funny stuff. So.
I think I said it last pod, but I applaud you guys because I have not watched any of my stuff for this like past season besides like My Hero and then like Tokyo. I've only been watching Boruto.
I mean, that's still a dope thing.
And I'm still in the I'm only probably like 12 episodes in.
I mean, the fact that you're like that deep already, I remember at the beginning you were like kind of skeptical about it.
I was, because I told myself after
Shippuden,
I told myself I was not going to get into another long show because I just don't have the time. And I love the show. I like Boruto so far. It's just such a long show, so like I just don't know yet.
I feel it.
I want to continue because like I've seen a lot of stuff get spoiled already, like a lot of the battle scenes and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So I want to get to that point, but I know that's like hundreds of episodes later, so I'll just keep you guys posted on my progress.
That's the whole reason why I don't watch One Piece.
Yeah, One Piece has some like iconic fights.
That's some really cool shit. There's some cool shit going on in One Piece. It's just way too many episodes.
Yeah. And the issue with it, it's not necessarily. I mean, it kind of is, but kind of isn't. Like Boruto and Naruto, where you can just find a list where it says these are the important episodes to watch.
I'm going by that list you sent me for Boruto. I'm not there yet. I think I got fillers coming up within the next couple episodes, but I think I'm gonna follow that. Usually, like with Naruto, I watched every single filler.
Yeah, some of the fillers aren't even important,
and I don't mind them. For me, like I like the backstories. I like the one-offs. I don't know. It just adds to. It just makes me get attached to the characters more when I watch those filler episodes. But with this one, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go off this list and just skip over. I just want to see the battle scenes.
Yeah, I mean, with Boruto, I highly recommend up until the point where you get caught up, and then that's when you just keep watching it as is. Yeah, that's where I would recommend doing. But yeah, with One Piece, there's not really like one of those lists where you can just skip X, Y, Z arcs, because every arc somehow, some way has a connection to like what's going on or what's going to happen in the future.
Gotcha.
So like catching up to like 1,000+ episodes is like wild. And like I completely understand Rafa, but like there's some super dope scenes where like characters will evolve mid-fight and like just become mega badasses. And then, for example, one of the like most iconic fights in One Piece is Luffy, which is the main character, versus Doflamingo, and it's like the battle takes place within this giant cage that is made of like wires. And that's the villain's like mega move or whatever. And the cage over time is like closing in on their fight. So like the longer the fight gets extended, the smaller the cage is. And there's a bunch of people inside, civilians, that like Luffy is trying to save and beat him before that happens.
So that sounds cool.
It's super. It's one of the coolest like shows in my opinion ever. And nobody does it like Oda does it, which is the creator of it. But I do see where it's like scary to think I gotta watch 1,023 episodes. I'm good, especially because I mean you are both kind of like when it's like a shittier, and I mean this in a non-bad way, but like when it's a shittier quality anime because it's obviously made like super old.
It's hard a little bit, yeah,
especially watching the dope shit now that we have, and then going back to watch the stuff that they had back then. It's just like, you know, really dull colors. It's a lot of yellows. It's just like, bruh.
It's like very choppy, and like. It's funny because as being a fan of Naruto, I wouldn't recommend Naruto to someone like to one of my friends who wants to get into anime because I know it's an older show. I know how it looks and it's long. You know, I rather recommend like a Jujutsu, a season that's, you know, just one season here or there. But I mean, hey, I mean, if you don't, I know Rafa doesn't discriminate against the art styles. If you don't care about how old, then you guys have the time, go watch Naruto. But I mean, it's just. Sometimes these shows just get too lengthy, and it just makes it a little bit harder to get into.
For sure, 100%. And I mean, yeah, Naruto is like I think Naruto, the original run, is like maybe 500 episodes or more.
Yeah, I think I did a Google search like a couple weeks ago because I wanted to really know how many episodes of Naruto did I watch, and I think you're right. I think it was like 500 plus episodes.
Yeah, I'm about to check it out right now. I want to say. It's probably over 500.
Yeah. And I don't know how I did it.
Oh, there you go. 500 exactly.
Yeah.
Of Naruto Shippuden. Holy shit.
Oh, so what is there of Naruto when he's the original?
The original run was 301. So in total, you would have to watch around 800 episodes.
800 episodes of Naruto. Wow.
Like, right? It's crazy to think.
I don't know if I should be proud or if I should be concerned.
I mean, if it was back then, it's not that big a deal.
Yeah,
you know?
I know. You're
but
right.
now it's just like, damn. Like, even me thinking, like, well, I mean, I don't think I, like, started from the... No, I did. I've watched over 1,000 episodes of One Piece.
Oh, nice.
And it's crazy. It's like, I can't remember more than half of them.
I can't tell you either.
Like, there's, like, these big lore fans who are like, oh, man, you know, I remember... manga chapter 220. I was like, dude, what the fuck? You remember all the way back then? Like, no way, no shot.
They don't have a live.
I mean, of course, if they give me like a recap video where like this is what happened, I'm like, oh, I remember that. But you'll get the I remember not. I remember the next chapter after this. They did this. It's like, nah, no shot. I'm not doing that. But I mean, that's just how it is with like the really long shows. I'm sure you've watched really long shows too. So
yeah, like Naruto.
Oh yeah.
But did you finish
the original run of Naruto?
Did you watch all of Naruto?
The original run, yeah.
Okay, that counts.
And then I watched a little bit of Shippuden, but then I fell off of that.
Yeah.
But like one of the, like I don't remember all 300 episodes, but like one of the fights that I remember clearly in my head is when Rock Lee fights
Gaara.
No, well that, but when Rock Lee fights the Bone guy when he's drunk.
Oh yeah.
For some reason that's just like it's always stuck in my head.
Drunk Lee, yeah.
Yeah, the drunk fist.
I remember that, yeah. I do remember that. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, it's just stuff like that where it's like, oh yeah, I remember, or stuff like little things like that happen, which is cool. But I mean, yeah, I think we can kind of mosey on into the next topic, which would be the news segment.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if it's on. Oh.
It is.
Oh.
Okay. Well, there you go. Well, no, because like Alex, like for example, if you guys don't know, while we're kind of intermingling right now. We use the same setup as Geekjar, so like I was wondering if the soundboard still works. So, you know, good to know we do. There you go.
It does.
Good job, Alex.
Yeah, shout out him. Do you have a whole script ready?
Yeah, it's the same one that I always use.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Alright. Live from the Bento Box newsroom. This is the Bento Box Weekly News Update. Good evening, everyone. And welcome Where did I go? And welcome. Happy Sunday. This is Rafa, and it's the 7:16 p.m. edition of the Bento Box Weekly News Update. Taking a look at the top stories this hour. Does getting smacked in the back of the head wake you up? Find out. That's it. That's all the news stories. But first, we have in our in the outfield. I fucked up that sentence. News correspondent me. It's just me this week.
And Renee.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't see it on the list.
Well, it's the thing that we literally just talked about.
Oh, and Renee. Sorry, Renee. I didn't see it on the list. But anyways, take it away, me and Renee, with the news.
That's pretty good.
Can I quit right now on this pod?
My bad, Renee.
Putting in my resignation this week.
So I start, right?
Oh, Renee starts.
What the fuck?
Look at the list I sent you.
Are you for real?
Yes.
I could have sworn that it... Oh.
Ay, Diosito Santo.
My bad, Renee.
Maybe I should smack you in the back of the head to wake
I
you
gotta
up
get smacked back in the head again.
Okay.
With that being said, go ahead, Renee.
I'll start. So for my anime news today, Anime News Corner put out a list of sequels and adaptations that will be coming out during 2021 and next year, 2022. A lot of dates for these shows are still yet to be determined, but there's already a few on this list that I'm just super, super stoked about. And I'll just name a few. For instance, like number 1, Demon Slayer Season 2 will be coming out in the fall, and we just recently got a date for that, and it's actually coming out September 25th, which is next month, and I'm super excited. We also have Jujutsu Kaisen 0, the movie. It will be coming out December 24th in Japan, so we probably won't get that for a little bit longer after that. But definitely looking forward to it. And Attack on Titan, the final season, part 2, which will be coming out, in 2022. And I'm super excited about Chainsaw Man, which the date is still yet to be determined. But just based off that teaser or trailer video we got a couple months ago, like I am super excited about it. Definitely one of my tops. And Vinland Saga Season 2 is on my list because I am currently watching Season 1, and I'll talk about it later. But yeah, I'm super excited. These are the shows that I'm looking forward to. This list goes on and on. But Raph and Hector, like, what shows are you guys looking forward to the next upcoming season?
Some of the stuff you said were on my list. So I'm just gonna
what you got?
Those. Let me see.
I'm gonna guess Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer's on there. Jujutsu Kaisen's on there.
I'm gonna guess AOT.
No, I don't have that on there.
Oh,
he's so behind.
He's still behind.
You have time now. You have time to watch it though.
So
you're not going to.
No, yeah, I'm like I'm not. So for me, it's Demon Slayer Season 2, Jujutsu Kaisen the movie, Chainsaw Man. Those are the ones that I have that Renee has. But for me, from here on out, it's just stuff that I want to watch that I'm interested in. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6. Comin Can't Communicate. I cannot wait for this one, dude.
I've never watched
Which one?
This one right here. It's a romantic comedy.
Is it like a new show that you've heard of? Like, as in, like
this?
About it.
This is a really popular manga.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Super fucking popular manga, and I can't wait for this show. The show's gonna be hilarious.
Okay.
Yeah. The Devil is a Part-Timer Season 2. I cannot believe they're making this. I'm actually astonished.
Me too. I actually put that on my list too.
Yeah. This is,
I was really, really surprised.
So the main character is this guy. He was a demon lord in a different world, and he got sent to the human world. And him and his like assistant got a job at a fast food restaurant.
Oh, that's cute.
Because they got to pay like rent.
Okay.
It's like one of those weird kind of comedic shows.
They're just trying to survive. So they'll like pay like rent for their apartment. They got to like buy food and stuff like that.
So this is Season 2.
This is Season 2, yeah. So by the way, the one anime I'm watching right now that's like the one I was talking about, the little short girl with the purple hair, similar setup. She has a job. She's working, trying to pay rent, stuff like that. And she used to be a demon lord in a different world. So Konosuba, there's a new anime project. They don't know if it's gonna be a movie or a show or whatever. I mean, like, or another season. But it's Konosuba. I can't wait for this. I love this show. Yeah, the movie was hilarious. So I can't wait to have more of this show.
100%.
I love it. So, Miruko-chan.
I kind of figured you were like that.
Yeah, the genre is interesting. It's comedy and horror.
Really?
Yeah, and you really don't get comedy and horror together like that.
Okay.
Especially with anime.
Wasn't I don't think it was a comedy and horror, but the one with like the guy that's apparently Jack the Ripper or whatever, the one with the scythe and the little girl that gets trapped in his dungeon or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
What?
Yeah.
What is this?
There's like an anime. It's like a horror anime where there's a blonde girl that either goes into or gets trapped in a serial killer's like little dungeon.
I think it's kind of like Death Angels or like Angel Death. I think it is.
Oh, I watched that.
Renee watched that.
What'd you think?
Wait, she wasn't trapped in a.
Wasn't that like so it had something like that? Like she was in his like room or whatever the fuck. Angels of Death.
Yeah, I've seen that. That was actually one of the first like animes I actually like really liked.
Oh. I've never watched it. That's why I'm like, that's what I thought it was.
I couldn't get into it, but Renee liked that.
It was good. Weird, really weird. Like each floor had a different like obstacle. It was.
Yeah,
in this building or something. I don't remember a lot of it. I like binge watched that show like in 2 days.
Really? Okay. Yeah, because I remember seeing this, but yeah. I thought it was like I thought this movie or this show was a comedic horror movie or horror anime, but I guess not.
I didn't like it. I didn't like that one that much.
I could be wrong. I don't know what genre it was.
One that I know Hector and I are super excited for: Rent a Girlfriend season 2.
Oh yeah!
Cannot wait!
Oh yeah!
Oh man, it's gonna be great. Oh man, Madoka Magica, movie 4. So it's a continuation of the story.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because right now now we know there's 4 movies. The first 2 movies recap the actual show itself.
Okay.
Movie 3 is a continuation after that, and there's a continuation of that movie. So
would you recommend the movie over the show?
If you don't feel like watching the show,
okay,
same thing. Either way, like if you watch the show, just jump in at movie 3.
Okay.
If you don't want to watch the show, just watch it. Movie 1 and 2, same thing.
And you're chilling. Okay.
Same thing. My Senpai is Annoying. It's a romance comedy. I really liking this show.
Is that a continuation of a original, like already existing season, or
no? This is an original. This is
a manga that's getting adapted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So like it follows this girl right here.
Yeah.
So they're office workers, right? But she's short. She's like so short that people confuse her as a high school girl. So it's funny stuff. And then like she likes this guy
who's like, I'm guessing extremely tall.
He's tall and he's loud and he's like very like outgoing and shit like that.
Okay.
So like their dynamic is
interesting.
I'm really looking forward to this show a lot. And that's what I got.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a pretty hefty list.
Yeah.
Now I will admit, all of Renee's 5 are on my list as well, and of course Rafa has mentioned about 2 or 3 other ones that are on my list, but. I have about 19 on my list, and of course there are some. So, by the way, guys, the list is about 72 animes long, but we just chose the ones that we know for sure, and are like looking forward to the continuation of. So my list, to kind of reiterate some of the ones that they said, was Demon Slayer Season 2, Jujutsu Kaisen Movie 0, Attack on Titan Final Season, Chainsaw Man, The Devil's a Part-Timer Season 2, Konosuba, The New Project, Villain Saga Season 2, Rent a Girlfriend Season 2, and then this is where it's just straight up me. It's Mushoku Tensei Season 1 Part 2. We also have Black Clover the movie, which is going to be interesting. Bleach 1000 Year Blood War Arc, which is I know for a fact is going to be a huge fan favorite. Especially because everybody loves Bleach, or most of the people love Bleach. Overlord Season 4, Shield Hero Season 2, Goblin Slayer Season 2, Inspector Season 2, Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon Season 4, The Sword Art Online, the movie Progressive, Arifureta Season 2, and then, of course, Dragon Ball Super, Superhero Movie 2.
That title is ridiculous.
Nice.
Well, I mean, it's a placeholder title right now.
Oh, okay. I was like,
because they don't want to spoil anything, which like I'm okay with. Definitely don't spoil anything for me, because it's either gonna reintroduce a new character, introduce a new character as a villain, or whatever, like whatever, or reintroduce an old character and then make him canonical. A lot of people are guessing it's gonna be like this character that they recently introduced in the video game. I forget his name, but it's just some character that I think they're gonna reintroduce for the movie. He's kind of like a Mephisto type character from Marvel.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, I mean, I'm super into all these animes that I mentioned, and of course everything else to come. there's like so much more titles that we see that look really, really cool, really, really dope. But of course, you just have to kind of wait and see. A lot of these do have TBA dates, so we don't exactly know when they're going to be coming out, but we know that they're going to be coming out both in fall 2021 and then all of the 2022 year. And you never know, they might announce more in the years to come. These are just the ones that are confirmed. Of course, we always know that at the end of every season, we get a list of what's to come in the next season. So definitely look forward. We already know what's coming somewhat in fall 2021. Winter 2022 should be cool. But yeah.
Nice. That's it, right? That's it.
It's your turn.
Yeah, cool. So, in other news, they put out pictures of the Cowboy Bebop live action
Netflix
series.
Yeah. So, is it gonna be shows or a movie?
It says series. Netflix live action Cowboy Bebop series reveals first photos, and the premiere date is for November 19th. So it's right around the corner.
Oh wow!
Right around the corner. Yeah. So says here. Yeah. So there's a couple of photos that they put out, and the show it's starring John Cho as Spike.
That's Harold from Harold and Kumar. Right? Okay.
That's the only movie I recognize him from. Like I don't know him in any other thing.
Exactly. Yeah. But he looks great. You know, I don't know if you guys saw the set photos.
I was skeptical about him, but then like when he grew out his hair and they styled it like Spike, I was all for it. I'm like, okay, I see why.
It looks great. Mufasa Shakir, hopefully I said your name right, fella. Jet Black. I like it. I like how he looks. He looks really cool.
He fits.
Yeah. And Daniela Pineda as Faye Valentine.
She's a good fit too.
Yeah,
I think they all look
really,
great.
really well. We do see what's his name, the little dog. I forget his name. Ein. You see him in one of the pictures.
They picked a great dog.
Yeah, it's a corgi.
I love corgis.
Little adorable corgi. We don't see any pictures of Ed, but Ed does show up later on in the show. Ed's not like day one episode. So.
That's what I'm thinking. I was talking about this with my friends, and their concern about it was, where the heck is Ed? And I'm like, well, to be fair, Ed was never part of the main three.
The main, yeah.
Well, Faye came later too. It was just Jet and Spike, no?
It was Jet and Spike at the beginning, but Faye kind of had a part.
Yeah,
I feel like,
but she wasn't part of the main crew.
Wasn't Faye? Didn't they already have interaction with Faye before Ed came in? If I remember this correctly.
Before Ed came, yes.
Right. So then there you go.
So it's not, well. Okay, yeah. I don't know. I have a feeling that they're not going to put Ed in, but maybe we'll be surprised. It's a series, so...
Yeah, I just feel like they're just holding on to it.
Yeah.
Would you guys want a direct adaptation from the show? Or do you want them to kind of add their own flavor to it, but still keep it the Cowboy Bebop?
The thing is with Cowboy Bebop, for the most part, a lot of those episodes kind of hold on to themselves.
Okay.
You know, a lot of those episodes are kind of like...
open and close type episodes? Yeah.
They stand on their own, so they could do something where they can. Some of the more popular episodes, they can redo those,
expand it and stuff.
But they have the liberty of exploring some more different stories of something else we haven't seen.
Because Cowboy Bebop, if I remember, is only one season, right? Like one and done.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like there is an overarching storyline.
Yeah.
Which affects at the end of the show and everything like that. But not every single episode directly ties into that.
Okay.
So it's episodic, but there is a branching storyline. So they could do that where not every single episode has to technically move along the plot, but we can still see so like a side adventure that they do stuff like here.
Okay. Yeah, because like my wish for it, because thanks to you who gave me an anime swap Cowboy Bebop to like watch to actually like fully get into. Because I had mentioned that I had just kind of watched it in passing, but you made me actually get into it and finish it. I wouldn't be mad at them kind of adding their own like sauce to it. Like of course keeping the core overarching story, or maybe even adding to it to make it even bigger. But at some point they're gonna run out of material from that season 1, so they kind of have to add new stuff to it, new adventures, new storylines, maybe new characters. You never know. But yeah, we'll see. I'm excited for it nonetheless.
If they do it right. Like I'm all for it not following the anime, and it's a rated R series, so
yeah,
I'm super stoked. Like I don't care as long as we're gonna be seeing some blood, some action. Like I'm all for it. I just as long as they stay true to the characters and stuff, then I think I'll be okay.
Right. Exactly.
So,
with this too, it's really well. A lot of like anime live adaptations on Netflix are really riding on this to go well.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we all know Netflix can do some incredible stuff. Like, I mean, we brought this up on a pod that me and Rafa already did with the Panel Pals podcast. But Frank Castle as the Punisher,
that was
when
good.
they did a Netflix adaptation of it,
really
was
good.
absolutely phenomenal. So, if they can do things right, especially for the anime community, we can start to see more animes, hopefully that fit the live action genre, start getting created and kind of be put on Netflix, which I'd be super excited for.
Yeah.
I know they're making a One Piece one, which kind of is
Netflix's?
I know they're. I think so. Yeah, actually, I think it's a Netflix adaptation, which like obviously Netflix has the money to be able to like do good like visual effects and things like that. But One Piece is kind of wild because there's literally a little mini talking reindeer. Luffy is an elastic man who can stretch his arms to like crazy feats and blow up into like this big balloon.
There's a skeleton guy with the fro.
There's literally a skeleton guy with a fro. There's a girl whose power is to create like hands, which is Robin.
There's the robot guy.
Yeah, there's Frankie, who's literally a cyborg. It's like there's this crazy shit where it's just like Netflix has the money to make this super sick. But the question is, can the technology keep up with how crazy some of the stuff is? Which is where like anime also kind of gets a little scary because they do some wild ass shit in anime. But yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah. So if you're interested in seeing how the set photos look, just look them up. You know, Netflix, Cowboy Bebop set photos. You'll see them. There's about 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah, worth checking out.
No, it looks really good. It gives me hope. I kind of forgot about this, honestly. I kind of forgot that was a Cowboy Bebop live action series, but after seeing these pictures, I have faith in it. I think hopefully they're doing some good stuff here.
I think the pictures do help. I feel like I was a little skeptical about this when they announced that they were coming out with a live action series. I was kind of against it. I'm like, Cowboy, it's already a great show. Like, why do you have to make anything else out of it? Like, just watch the show. If you haven't, like, just go watch the anime, the show.
Please don't butcher it.
So I was nervous, but like actually seeing, the cast and seeing them in character and Ayn, of course, it made me that more excited about it. So yeah, hopefully it's good. Yeah. And it's rated R. Like, I mean, I think that's cool too. Like, it's not a PG-13 thing, like we're gonna see some stuff go down, so I'm excited.
I would love to see a live action Samurai Champloo.
Ooh,
I think that would be a good...
Actually, I was thinking that too. I was gonna ask the questions like, hey, what would you want to see? But that I also thought of Samurai Champloo too.
Samurai Champloo would be a really good one.
Yeah,
a good live action show.
I'll think about it.
I'm sure. I mean, hey, if you're a listener and you think of anything, tweet at us, comment down below, let us know what you would like to see. In the realm of possibility for a live action anime.
Yeah.
But yeah.
As of right now, we can take, any suggestion is good. Yeah. We literally have, Death Note?
Don't say,
yeah.
No, don't touch Death Note.
We have really bad shit.
That movie, please.
Yeah.
No.
So.
And that was an Netflix adaptation
it was,
too.
Yeah.
And very, very poorly
made.
It was really, really shit. So. Yep. What a sad way to end the news. The live action Netflix.
It was so bad.
Thank you so much, Renee and me. And that's it. That's going to be for us here tonight at the Bento Box Weekly News Update. Stay safe. Have a good night, guys. And
don't get slapped.
Don't get stabbed in the back of the head. Get some rest. Drink some coffee. Me. That was one that got stabbed in the back of the head. Okay.
I like that you didn't thank Hector though. Like,
yeah,
I know
you didn't say no
notes.
I know, but you contributed. Like,
no.
Okay, all right.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, he's not an anime news correspondent today.
Not today. I'm the cameraman.
Yeah,
just in the back. But this is a fair warning to every single listener right now. We're going to be jumping into My Hero Academia and Tokyo Revengers spoilers, so be warned. There are some crazy stuff we're going to discuss today. And you definitely don't want to be spoiled on this one.
No.
So, without further ado, here we go.
Let's start with Tokyo Revengers.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to leave My Hero for last.
I don't know if that's good or bad. Why?
That's a good thing.
Oh, okay, good. Cool.
So, Tokyo Revengers episode 21 review and recap. Now, to kind of give you guys a little step-by-step of what happened. Within this episode, we get the continuation of the Mikey, Valhalla versus Toman fight. And so we see that, of course, Baji, he had fainted in front of Kisaki, and we think, oh no, something's wrong, something's going to happen. At the beginning of this thing, you see Takemichi and everybody else still fighting, still wondering, like, dude, what the hell just happened? Baji's down. Kisaki's starting to spew out some fake words where he's like, oh, I think he was like trying to...
He was trying to provoke Mikey.
Yeah, I was trying to provoke Mikey into hurting Kazutora. He's like, well, I mean, Baji's down, so I'm just going to keep going with my plan because he still, stabbed him anyways. And he starts to kind of coerce Mikey into trying to do, take action or whatever. As the episode continues, we actually end up finding out that, guess what? Baji's actually not dead. He gets up and tries to stop this fighting between Mikey and Kazutora. And guys, feel free to jump in case I skip over anything or miss anything. But as the fighting continues, Mikey, this is obviously before Baji gets up, but Mikey starts to head towards Kazutora because he's absolutely angry, upset, and he is kind of talked into doing some crazy stuff by Kisaki, and he starts to walk towards Kazutora more and more and more. Hanma gets in the way. Hanma gets instantly knocked out in one kick.
Insane.
Yeah. That was so wild, especially because Hanma had some crazy defense fighting Draken.
Yeah.
He gets launched 15 feet across the junkyard and he just stands up like nothing. But Mikey comes up to him. Hanma gets in his face and just kicks him, knocks him straight into the ground, and then he's just twitching on the ground, smiling because he just got his shit rocked. Mikey starts to get closer and closer to Kazutora, and as Takemichi tries to break it up, Kazutora just starts saying some crazy stuff. He's like, you're next, Mikey. It's either you or me. One of us is gonna die. And he starts to try to provoke him and continue this weird kind of mind fuck that he has on himself, where he's like, it's either I'm the bad guy, you're the bad guy, and you have to be the bad guy. To explain the terrible shit that I've done. Mikey starts to beat up on Kazutora. Kazutora just, can't do shit because Mikey is OP, too strong. And that's when I believe Takemichi finally jumps in, tries to break it up, tries to say some crazy stuff like, hey, Baji and I have wanted this.
No, you skipped a little bit.
Oh, let's go back.
Oh, Baji came in.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what I skipped. Baji comes in, wakes up. He's like, I'm not dead. Kazutora didn't kill me. He pulls out a butterfly knife, does a crazy butterfly spin, and then stabs himself and essentially kills himself with it because he doesn't want to have Kazutora take the blame for it or think that it's his fault that he died. And he doesn't want Mikey to resent Kazutora even more because Kazutora killed Baji. So he takes matters into his own hands, kills himself, has this sentimental moment with his vice captain and Takemichi, and essentially tells Takemichi, hey, Mikey, Toman, I leave them in your hands. You know that Kisaki is the enemy. Kisaki is the enemy. We need to get rid of him. Pretty much that. We need to get rid of him.
Yeah, because Baji found out that Kisaki is the bad guy because he saw Kisaki make a deal with Mikey to free what's his name?
Pachin
from prison. He said, "Hey, I'll get Pachin out of prison if you make me third district."
Third division commander, yeah,
third division.
So does that mean Pachin's out if he's third in command?
I think he's in the process of getting out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah. In the end, you end up finding that Kisaki. Obviously, it's kind of alluded that he's the head of the Headless Angels, which is Valhalla, and that he's been kind of pulling the strings the entire time. After Baji essentially kills himself by stabbing himself where the wound was originally. That's when Mikey starts to go ape shit and starts to attack Kazutora even more. Takemichi jumps in, breaks him up, says this isn't what Baji would have wanted, rips off his jacket, and that's when he finds the charm from a long time ago when they first started Toman, and Baji had kept the charm the entire time. All the people see it. Kazutora starts to cry. Mikey, crazy enough, this entire series you see that he has these black eyes, kind of penciled in where they're scratched in and shaded in, and at the very end you see that his eyes start to light up with light in the bottom of his eyes, and it's kind of like a gauge where it's starting to gonna flow up. So we kind of start to see some emotions and some life getting into Mikey, which a lot of people, myself included, are assuming left him when his brother passed away.
Right.
So yeah, that was where it literally abruptly ended. Mikey sees the charm, snaps out of it, says Baji held on to that this entire time, and then that's where we get the hard stop and straight into the end credit scene song, and It was a wild episode. Yeah. The entire time, of course, I was very sad that Baji had still passed away. But I think over that, my emotions of just really hating Takemichi overflowed and overcame me, because his literal reasoning for being there was to stop Baji from dying and from stopping Mikey from killing Kazutora. And the entire episode, he was just a complete and total bitch,
just watching,
crying,
everything.
Watching, and saying, "I hate myself for not doing anything. I'm so terrible. I fucked up." And then out of nowhere, he snaps into it, screams like he's a total badass, and then gets in the way of Mikey and Kazutora. Like, dude, what is that gonna do?
No, it's Takemichi's a waste. He's a waste of space.
Aww.
He sucks.
He's really
trash.
I mean, I don't like
bad.
him either, but I wouldn't call him a waste of space.
No, he's like, oh no, they stabbed Baji. Oh no, Mikey's beating the shit out of Kazutora.
Like a spectator.
Mikey hit Kazutora like over 20 times in the face
before Takemichi even jumped in.
Yeah, we said this multiple times. So with certain people getting hit with certain things, he should have died.
100%.
Like, he punched him a lot.
Yeah, in a real world.
Wait, you're saying Takemichi should have died?
No, Kazutora.
Oh, yes.
Mikey was just wailing on him,
yeah.
And Takemichi's there just watching, crying. It's like, dude, do something. Like, you're just sitting there, and it's so frustrating. He's such a frustrating character. I don't like him at all. I'm tired of him. Again, I said it last week, and I'm saying it again. I'm watching it for everybody else except for Takemichi.
Yeah.
Takemichi go fucking die. I don't care. I don't care. He go fuck himself. So, but no, it's a great episode. Baji went out as a hero.
Yeah. You know? Well, yeah.
He was a hero. You know,
it wasn't very heroic. It was just like, yo, bro, like, what's up? I care about my family.
It just shows you, like, I mean, Baji's like this bad boy, right? Like, he has this very, like, harsh demeanor. Like, that's just, you know, who he is. You don't think someone like that could have so much emotion or show so much emotion for his friends. Like,
for sure.
He died saying that, you know, him, Pachin, Mikey, Draken, all the founding fathers, the founding members of Tomin, like, they are his treasure. Yeah. And I just thought that was so precious. And I once again, I think you just see a side of Baji that you didn't think you were gonna get. Like, I didn't think he was that kind of friend, but it just shows, like, until the end, like, he still took his life because he didn't want his friend to think that they took his life. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. I applaud him for that. I don't. It's
when he stabbed himself, I'm like, why are you stabbing yourself? What the fuck's happening?
Well, I mean, he was already gonna go. I mean, he had a pretty big wound.
He lost a lot of blood. But then when he explained, I'm like, oh, okay, it makes sense in a really fucked up way. It makes sense.
Very fucked up way.
You know, it's like, hey, like, you didn't kill me, I killed me, so don't worry about it. You know, I don't like Kazutora. I hope they don't. I hope he.
I think he's gonna have
I hope he fucks off. I don't want him around. He's a psycho.
I think he's gonna have a redeeming arc or whatever.
I wonder, like, if this moment, if, like, because Baji, it was like Baji and Kazutora, like, they were very close. Like, I wonder now with Baji gone, like, does it change him a bit? Like, is he, you know, will he become a better person? I don't know. I mean, it seemed like something clicked at the end of that episode. Like, I don't know. With all them kind of, like, finally realizing, like, yo, Baji just, like, he's gone, officially gone. Like, we saw him cry. Kazutora was crying. Like, it actually affected him.
I don't know. It's just like, he's a fucking psycho, though.
He is crazy.
Yeah, he's very,
but I think
and I don't want him around me, or, like, around the characters that I like.
Yeah,
I get it.
I know.
Like, I get why you don't like him, 100%. But I personally think that's not gonna stop.
Yeah.
Stop it. Where he's gonna for sure probably be part of it.
I don't know. I'd rather him also go die with Takemichi.
Wow.
He go fuck himself too. He's an asshole.
Yeah, Kazutora is pretty fucked.
Yeah.
I want to see what's gonna happen with Kisaki, especially after that, where that moment where it just stops there and it's just like, oh no, we realize we're all friends. We love each other, and it's just like, all right, cool. Now Kisaki's plan just got fucked. Now what?
I feel like he's still gonna try to.
He's still gonna figure something out.
Yeah, I mean the whole. Well,
he's technically still on the good side of Tomin.
Right.
Yeah, he technically is. Although Baji pretty much alarmed or like told everybody, "Hey, yo, keep in mind this guy's a bad guy."
Well, I think he only told it to Takemichi.
Yeah, I think he said it loud enough. I think he only told Takemichi.
Chifuyu, what's his name? The blonde guy with the patch.
I don't remember his name, but I know he's vice captain. That's all I know.
Or something. But they, I mean,
which they kind of know already. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we'll see. I see. The more I see of Takemichi, the less I'm happy that his goal is to be the leader of Toman. I'm just like, bro, come on, man. You're telling me a wimp like you
I don't
gonna
see
be
that
the
happening.
leader of Toman? I don't know. Unless they turn into businessmen and he, you know, some shit like that, maybe. But no, like these Mikey, Drac, and all these guys are badasses, and this guy wants to be the leader.
He's not a leader.
I don't know. I know. I apparently we're not in the minority here. The majority of the people that are watching the show don't like Takemichi.
Good.
I wonder if the creators did that on purpose. Like, is he gonna get a moment in the show?
As of right now, from everything I've heard, both on like Reddit and like, you know, just Googling it, Takemichi is the same bitch this entire time in all of the show. In all the manga chapters that have been recently out, he gets like maybe shiny moments where he, like, you know, obviously he fought that one dude and like choked him out. Mm-hmm. He'll get mini moments like that, but he's never a fighting prowess type person. He's never going to be able to go toe to toe with Mikey and shit like that, unless they decide like, let's do a training arc. But like that hasn't happened at all.
Right.
So, and I'm pretty sure they're like a couple, maybe over 50 chapters in. I could be wrong, but I know there's a lot of chapters already. So,
yeah, I don't know. I'm tired of him. They could get rid of him and just follow Mikey and Draken around, and I'll be okay with that.
You know what's crazy to think too? Like the actual story is about his girlfriend not dying.
Yeah,
and I had to remind myself that.
I don't give a fuck about that either.
I just want to see more about Toman.
I just want to see Mikey and Draken.
I am invested in Toman, and I want to see what happens next. Like, I mean, Kazaki's still alive, Mikey's still there. Like, I mean, I thought the whole goal was to make sure those two never met, but here they are under the same gang.
Right.
Is like Takemichi failed.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
he technically failed.
So I want to know what kind of plan they kind of craft in order to get Kazaki out, because Mikey doesn't have a reason at this point to go after Kazaki, because he didn't touch Baji at any point during this fight.
Right.
So yeah, I'm just curious to know what happens.
Yeah.
No, we will see.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, we'll see on the next episode, and if you guys have any predictions, without spoiling anything, let us know. But with that being said, Rafa, it is time for your favorite episode. Apparently, episode 109 of My Hero Academia. Please, Rafa, fill us in.
We don't have a sound like it.
Oh, for yeah.
What kind of sound did you want?
I don't know. We should have something cool, like something from My Hero. I don't know.
The intro song? Oh, that one's good. Yeah, that one's good. You beat me.
Tokyo Avengers though. Takemichi crying.
By the way, I'm really tired of the opening for Tokyo Avengers. They need to.
I don't even watch it.
I feel the same. I'm like, so the outro song. But do you like the outro?
I like the outro
song. The outro sounds good.
I've been listening to that song on repeat on Spotify. Like, I listen to it at least once a day.
Wow,
I am obsessed with that song, and I feel like it just fits the show way more than what the intro song is.
I'm so tired of the intro song.
They should literally just flip it.
I don't like it at all.
Like, I'm waiting for them to, you know, sometimes halfway through the season they like switch, but I hate it.
Yeah, it sucks.
I skip. That's actually when should I actually skip the intro? I'm like, I don't care for it. I'm happy we're on the same page.
Yeah. You know what open I don't skip? Hey, it's alright.
Very good, man.
Yeah.
Well, it grew on us.
Very good, yeah.
Yeah.
Before it was just like, what is this crap?
What is this bullshit?
It's definitely not near my top 3.
No, but it's
happily in the middle.
Yeah, it's not on my anime playlist, but I still enjoy it.
Yeah,
I still sing along.
Right.
I only sing along to the first portion of it, like the English portion of it, and I'm like, skip.
Oh, this is the whole thing. It's like, hey, brother.
That part is cringy.
Yeah. I love that part.
Go ahead,
but anyways, yeah. So episode, I don't remember the number. 109 of My Hero Academia, which is the My Villain Academia arc that's going on right now. Continues off where we left off, where the League of Villains end up at that city.
Yes.
I don't remember
the Liberation Army City.
Oh.
What's called that?
I thought it was Daiki.
Sure.
Daiki?
Like Daiki.
Oh, yes.
Haha, there you go. Anyway, 10 points.
Daichi City.
Yeah, so they get there and they kind of realize that the city's only filled with
members of the Liberation Army.
Yeah, the Liberation Army, and they're just all ready to beat the shit out of them.
It was a trap, as they knew.
Yeah, the slip and slide hero was there. He's like, "Hey, what's up, bro?"
What an ugly hero, by the way.
Yeah,
dude, so Ugly, terrible. What a terrible power.
Yeah. Wait, the guy with
can
the
slide
purple,
on mud.
Like,
yeah,
the guy just slides.
He's like so cheerful. I'm like, who are you?
Hi, everybody. I'm your guide, a hero. What the fuck's a hero doing here?
Yeah, right.
We're part of the Liberation Army. Like, what? Get the fuck out of here.
Anyways, everybody starts fighting off. So everybody, kind of splits off, starts doing their own thing. What's his name? The main guy,
Shigaraki.
He's hella tired. He hasn't rested at all.
I love that he correlates everything to video games.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, it's like it's like I have a status ailment in a game where I could just see hallucinations and everything.
Yeah, he said.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't catch that. That totally went over my head.
He said that his vision is glitchy because he's tired.
Yeah. And like when he sees hallucinations, because he has a status ailment of being sleepy.
Oh, look at you guys being smart. I did not catch any of that.
He is tired.
Oh yeah, I caught that. Yeah,
he's tired. He hasn't got any sleep ever since they started fighting. What's the name? Giggle Monster guy.
Gigantamakia.
Yeah. So we're still waiting for him to show up.
That's which is an hour and 40 minutes from now.
He's sleeping.
Yeah. So he's still sleeping. So anyways, what's the name of the boy again?
Shigaraki.
He starts, fighting.
We're so bad at the names.
No, that's all you. But yeah, Shigaraki's fighting a bunch of people. And
he's starting to kind of lose it. He's kind of going crazy.
Yeah. Did you guys notice that Spinner brought up the fact that Shigaraki's quirk is evolving?
Yeah, he did.
Because remember, Spinner said, "Go ahead."
Why? Because of when Shigaraki's like in the alleyway, like what he
when
was
he
able
touches
to do.
one person, the case spreads to everybody.
Yes.
So his quirk is evolving, which is wild.
So a lot happened this episode. A lot of people
wild
started evolving.
Mm-hmm.
Why? But why was that? Like everyone, I felt like was kind of. Like, even with Toga.
Well, because, remember, they've been training, technically, fighting against Gigantamakia. Right. So, their bodies are getting trained. They're starting to get into, these dire moments. And for Shigaraki, he's in a moment where he's like, hey, man, I'm tired of shit. I'm sleepy. I've been fighting Gigantamakia. I'm supposed to be the next heir to the evil throne. He had, a lot of this pressure on him. So, I guess his quirk, and especially him getting those flashbacks of his family. Which is crazy. It's starting to affect him and his quirk, and he's starting to evolve and become stronger.
Mm. Okay.
It's like this is their training arc.
Yeah, literally. So it's only gonna get wilder.
Yeah. So then, so that's happening, and then, but the main focus of this episode was with Toga, where she's getting chased down by she's purple.
She's blue skin. She's like a news anchor.
Hair. Yeah. And her power is that she can anything she touches becomes a bomb. And she can detonate it whenever she wants, but it's not lethal. Apparently, it just causes damage.
Yeah.
And she has a bunch. She took the time to touch everything in that damn city.
Heck yeah, she went in on Toga. I felt so bad.
Yeah,
I felt
Toga
so bad.
Got her ass beat. And we got more insight of Toga's background. She was always a weirdo. She was always kind of like an outsider. She was a kid. She was eating birds and shit like that.
I think she was just sucking the blood from.
She was fascinated by blood.
Yeah, she was always fascinated by blood, and also it's in line with her quirk. So she's kind of like a little freak, a little weirdo, a little demon.
She was always misunderstood.
Yeah,
especially by her parents.
And her parents were like, "Hey, don't do that. Be normal." So when she went crazy in school and she stabbed her. Was it a friend?
No, it was like this boy that she kind of liked, I think. That's what it's kind of insinuated.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. I just thought it was like just a classmate.
Yeah, and then they're talking about how the news reports are saying oh, Toga would never do that. She's like a nice kid or whatever, and nobody really.
What they call her, an obedient, calm child, something like that.
Yeah, nobody really knew who she was. She was this crazy person.
Yeah,
she's crazy.
Yeah, people were shocked that she had just snapped out of nowhere, and then they a student starts to give vivid detail of she essentially knocked him out or started making him bleed, and then stuck a straw into where she cut him and started drinking blood. Yeah.
Some crazy weirdo.
Also,
shit.
Did you notice how when the girl was explaining Toga's face, they wanted to say she had an erotic face, but they just kept tiptoeing around that word.
Really?
I didn't catch that.
Did you not notice that?
No.
Yeah, they were trying to say that she had an erotic, a face of pleasure while she was drinking the blood, but they just didn't want to straight up say that.
Well, maybe she just enjoys the taste of it. It doesn't have to be erotic.
But no, but
have you ever had a can of pop and a hot?
But that's what I'm saying. She got pleasure out of it.
You know?
I mean, that's different. Her face was not.
You don't know that.
Go back and look at that, bro. It was wild, but no. But I'm saying like they're trying to tiptoe around them, saying like she enjoyed it, she really liked it. But she was out of it. So
then, but then you kind of see how Toga fights or whatever. She has knives and needles and shit like that.
And she's really fast.
She's really, really fucking fast. And then at a certain point, she stuck multiple people with
syringes.
The syringes.
That was cool.
She'll start sucking up their blood. But apparently, this lady touched their blood too, so the blood blew up. Yeah,
I think she straight up said like some of our Liberation Army members are willing to become bombs.
Yeah.
So they're like living bombs, which is wild. But
so then Toga is pretty much pinned in the corner. She's getting her ass beat. She's bleeding. She's like suffering, and then and she's willing to kill. That's one thing they brought up, like, oh, she's willing to kill, to do whatever she has to do to survive. And then Toga, you see Toga take one of these like little pellets that she has blood inside, like her blood reserves.
Yeah.
And she starts drinking it, and she becomes
Ochako,
right? And she's running for her life. And as we know, Toga only could become the person in appearance.
Yeah.
As she can't use any of the actual quirks, but at that point she got pushed so far that she was actually able to use
Ochako's quirk,
which was insane. That blew my mind.
So it was like a fight or flight response.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And it's like, hey man, either we're about to die or something needs to happen.
Yeah.
And her quirk evolves to the point where she can now use whoever's blood she has, their quirk.
Yeah, and she used Ochako's quirk,
which is the gravity,
more efficiently than I ever seen Ochako use a quirk.
But also you gotta think about it, like I'm actually no. I would say they have like two different kind of like physical makeup, but they're both high school girls.
Yeah.
So it's like obviously she just has like the speed where she literally just touched everybody.
She touched everybody, set them up in the air, and then she released it and they all fell to death.
That was cool.
Best thing too was like
badass.
That was absolutely insane. Especially like in the background when you see like when she has half her face.
Yeah, because she's when she turns to Ochako, she's running for her life. Bombs are going off. She's getting her ass beat. So over time, she starts kind of losing
the appearance.
Her appearance of Ochako. So half her face is like Ochako, half her face is Toga.
Yeah.
And that's when she does the whole thing when she runs around, touches everybody, and then releases it. And she has like this like evil smile on her face.
Yeah.
As he fought her death. I love that.
Because like her reasoning was, I want to be like more like the people I love.
Yeah.
Which also includes them using their powers.
Yeah.
And did you notice how the voice actor for Ochako was saying the lines for which is fucking dope.
Yeah.
That was so good. Yeah, so like her screaming when Toga was about to get killed and they were about to kill her. Like that was the Ochako voice actress screaming.
Yeah.
And any words that came out of her mouth or were like mentally thought, like having a mental monologue, were Ochako's voice actress.
Oh,
it was really cool.
It was super well thought out and super dope. Like the details to it were really, really awesome.
That scene where she became Ochako and eventually evolved in her power, that's the part that I started tearing up. That really moved me, especially when she used the power and killed everybody, and she was just like standing there looking all badass. I was like, man, this is
happy tears.
Happy tears.
Yeah,
it moved me emotionally. I loved it. I loved it so much. So then, so Toga survives. She kills all these people, and I think that's the reason I really like this. Is like, I know they're the bad guys, but like
you're kind of rooting for them.
I'm rooting for them.
I love them.
You know, and like they're willing to do things that the other people are not willing to do. Like, yeah, they're bad guys, but like she just murdered like 20 people.
That's the other thing too. Is like we're saying that Ochako or the way she used Ochako's powers are dope, but that's because Ochako wouldn't kill somebody.
Exactly.
Their first thought is, okay, let me detain them, which is why she got the what was his name, the gunmetal or the
fighting style.
Yeah, the fighting style where she like detains people and like locks them up with like fucking, I don't know, just karate and shit.
Yeah.
And then yeah, she uses her power to save people and all that stuff. But this is us seeing the evil side of these characters or how they can use their powers for evil. So it's like we saw Ochako just straight up murder like a bunch of people, like left them up in the air, super high, and then let them go.
Yeah.
So
that was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So then Toga is wallowing away, walking off. She's really hurt. She ends up in
bleeding like crazy.
Yes, like she's losing a lot of blood. She ends up in like a little storage.
In a shed, yeah.
Storage shed. And she kind of collapses there. And that's when Twice, is his name?
Yeah, Twice.
Twice finds her because everybody's like, "Hey, where's Soga?" You know, where everybody's fighting and shit like that. So he goes off looking for her. He finds her at in the shed, and he's like, "Are you okay? Oh, she's still alive." And that's when we another member of the Liberation Army gets revealed to us. It's like the tall guy with the long hair.
Yeah, it's like the intel guy. He knows everything about everybody, and he can just. I think his quirk was he can manipulate matter of anything from the size of a refrigerator to like smaller.
Yeah. So then he made a bunch of copies of Twice.
Yeah,
which is like his like kryptonite.
Yeah.
You know, because the backstory with Twice is that he made a bunch of copies of himself, and he lost the original version of himself.
Allegedly.
Like
he can't remember if he's an original or a copy because all the people just started killing each other.
Yeah.
So he
That's
so
so
he has
crazy.
this so he has this mental battle with himself, which is why he keeps going to two people.
Yeah.
Of like if he doesn't have his mask on, he starts to freak out because he starts to think, am I a copy or am I the original? Am I a copy or am I the original? And he starts to like have a mental breakdown. So
yeah, and then so it's almost like he's in his own personal hell.
Yeah.
That's the way the episode ended. He got surrounded by a bunch of copies of himself. And that's what also the preview to the next episode alluded to. Mm-hmm. So like it's gonna be a Twice episode. Next episode,
which I'm very excited about.
Yeah, Twice is cool. I like Twice.
Mini spoiler, not super important, but Twice is probably one of the most important characters in this arc.
Really?
So getting more about him is really good.
That's
interesting, because I'm not at this point. I'm not really
within this like my villain arc.
It's not my favorite.
Yeah,
really.
It's not my favorite.
Like
I think there's like other villains that are definitely like top.
Let me guess, Dobby.
I love Dobby.
I
Oh my god, I want to see more of him. I think he is so cool. He had a moment.
He had a real cool moment.
Yeah, he was going after that like ice.
I forgot about that. He had a real cool moment.
Which
I don't know if he won that one.
Later. No, it'll be an episode later because you know how like they're all kind of getting their moments.
Yes.
The moments of shine. He does have a full-on fight with the ice guy. So
okay, we see more of it later.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's not like the end of it. Like that's just the beginning. Like, hey, this is what you're gonna look at eventually. Yeah. But for now, here's the Twice story.
Yeah, I like him, and I mean Toga is definitely top tier. So it was definitely cool to get her backstory and just see her.
Stabby. I don't care.
But Shigaraki, right?
Yes,
that's his name. Okay, so that flashback that he was getting, or like that memory that he was getting.
That? Yeah.
Okay, we gotta talk about it.
Yeah.
So the girl in his flashback, she was talking to him like he was a little boy. She's obviously there's some sort of like relationship connection. Is that All Might's mentor, or what do you?
Yep.
That's
interesting.
Chiraki is his
grandson.
Her grandson. I thought it was his kid.
I didn't know that. Wait.
Oh, okay, really?
That's her grandson. Okay. If that, I didn't know that was disclosed at any point. I had no idea until I saw this flashback.
It was mentioned when in his first flashback.
Oh no, it was mentioned.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah,
oh, but
we
you
don't
gotta
know.
pay attention, guys.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but the people watching the anime don't know how like grandson of who, you know?
Okay.
Like well, no, we know that the grandson, but like who's their parent? Like the parent connection to them.
Okay.
So that the reason for him going through the shit he did as a kid, the connection, the fact that he is Tomura, the predecessor of All Might, the one of the One for All holders, like all that is, this is gonna be a crazy shit that we're gonna find out. So
it's all connected.
It's all connected.
That's crazy.
All for One did everything he did for a reason. It's all been planned.
Oh my god.
Shigaraki isn't just some random kid that he found.
Oh, cool.
I'm so excited.
And we're about to find out why. Yeah.
Woo! Okay.
That's cool. I like that.
That's really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Dang it, I missed the fact. I missed that line. I guess that because I was thinking it was like they were siblings or that was her kid.
Well, the thing is, like the girl with the black hair that we saw.
Yes.
That's his sister. The little girl with the pigtails.
Yes.
Yeah. That's Shigaraki's sister.
Mm-hmm.
So we saw two girls in his flashback.
Cause the one in the flashback that you saw, that was a picture of that was a picture in the little picture frame.
Yeah, but All Might's mentor, that's the grandma.
Picture frame. Yeah.
That's his grandma.
Yeah, and then the girl with the pigtails that we saw is his sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. See, and I thought they were the same person, so they were two separate.
They're two separate people.
Okay, all right. Whew.
They just showed you that to be like, oh, what the hell? And then it's like, by the way, this is...
Okay.
Yeah.
They resembled each other, though. A little bit.
Yeah, they're all family.
Oh, it's crazy. All right.
Dude, it's wild. The story gets crazy. But, I mean, yeah, it's like...
so excited.
They're just dropping little tidbits of, like, information, and it's like, hopefully you guys can stay along, or keep along with or whatever, but it's like breadcrumbs. You pick it up. Oh, shit, there's more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think to me, it's just really crazy to just think that, like, we have so much more stuff to come.
That's good.
And we're barely at the beginning. Everything kind of kicks off crazy when Gigantomachia comes in. That's when it's just like, boom.
It takes off.
Yeah.
So but it's going to have to take off within, like, the next 5-6 episodes, right? Like,
well, I think we have maybe 4 or 5 episodes left of this season for My Hero.
Okay.
So, excuse me. Yeah, I don't know how the pacing works in this one, unless they're going like for an extended version of this, because like
well, it's not scheduled for next season.
That's what I'm saying. It's not scheduled for next season, so it could literally stop halfway through the villain arc and then that's it, which would be really poorly planned. I would have rather them not touch My Villain Academia if it just stops halfway through.
That's what I'm saying.
Unless it's gonna pick up next season, like
unless it's like, hey, guess what? We're coming.
And it's like a big giant cliffhanger or something.
Like they haven't announced the season. What season are we on? 4?
We're 5? On season 4. No, season 5.
Okay,
Just
so
season 6.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, and we're technically in this season. We're at 8 episodes in, so we have all of 4 left. Really, 4 to 5, because it could be 12 or 13 episodes. And technically, My Hero is an episode ahead of everybody. So we really have about 3 to 4 episodes left.
I just hope they don't rush anything.
That me too, because this arc is too good to be rushed, in my opinion. Like
it just started. Like this is only the second episode of the villain arc, and then we only have 4 more, and then that's it. Yeah. Like
I feel it's gonna end on a big cliffhanger.
Okay.
Which would suck. I would not be surprised if
it's gonna pick up season 6.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if the cliffhanger is Gigantomachia getting there. And then
boop, that feels about right.
Yeah, that seems to be it. Yeah.
Which is like really sucks because, like they if you pay attention very closely. Well, granted, okay, those who are manga readers will know they spoiled a lot already in like little shit that they throw at you. So you're like, oh shit, that's cool. But then if you're a manga reader, like, hey, why the fuck are you showing that right now? Like I had many of those moments where I'm just like, dude, what? Why are you showing this? Like obviously people who don't read the manga won't know, so it's like whatever. It's like, oh, that's cool. Like and for a manga reader to tell you like, dude, you're really spoiling that now, and then when they finally see it, I mean, you might get the aha moment, but like I don't know. Did you find a lot of that in this episode? Well, not in this. Well, yeah, kind of in this episode. Okay. Maybe 2 things where I'm just like, why are you showing that now? Okay. Like you have like 3 or 4 more episodes left. Is there any examples you can give us that's already been revealed in the anime? Do you remember at the beginning of My Villain Academia? Where you see Shigaraki without the mask and smiling and like looking up into the sky. Yes, that is a huge bombshell moment. It's so in manga and in comics it's like a spread. It was a huge page of that scene. There's more to it. All you see is his face, but that entire scene is like fucking dope. Okay. Like when you see it, and they'll probably do like they'll make it into a big thing where like they'll probably zoom out and see everything around him and the pose that he's in and everything like that, and him smiling and looking at the sky. Like when you see that, I know for a fact you guys are gonna lose your shit, because like when I read it, I was like, holy shit, I can't wait till this gets animated. And then they show his fucking face in the beginning of the beginning. I'm pretty sure I know what he does. We'll talk afterwards. But yeah, okay. It's just it's like bro, like especially when you first saw that image of his face, you're just like, bruh, like I remember like my like eyes lit up. I was like, holy shit, this is happening. And then you're just like, then I see it literally at the beginning of the start of the My Villain Academia arc. I was like, why are you showing this? It hurt me to see that, but we'll see. I mean, honestly, the build up to it is gonna be dope. It's definitely something to look forward to, but I wish it just didn't show that. Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, that's it, right? We're all pretty much excited for My Hero. It's literally just full on excitement. Yeah, I mean, we what you can look forward to is more backstory for every character. It's kind of like backstory, but in the sense of like, you know how Toga got really great backstory? Yeah, it's like that. Like we're gonna get really good Twice backstory. We get little hints at Dabi's backstory. Dabi is the only one we don't get straight up backstory on. Why not?
I feel like
because he is a very important character.
That's what I was saying. I feel like he's a very important character.
He is a very important character that they want. He kind of gets his own arc later on. And like one dedicated straight to him.
Nice.
Fun fact.
So
I have a pop toy of Dobby.
That's so sick. I actually really want one. Like bad.
And he's actually worth something at this point. I haven't taken him out of the box or anything.
Really?
Oh, cool.
Or do you plan on ever selling him if it ever gets like to a point?
Not anytime soon.
Oh, okay.
Not yet.
Do you have him in like one of those protective cases? Like it's a box and then a protective case?
No. So I picked him up. This was actually when I just started getting into My Hero. I just went into Hot Topic, and he was in a Hot Topic exclusive, and I just got him because I thought he looked cool. I don't even think he was really a big deal in the show at that point.
Yeah.
And then I just held on to him, and literally like just recently, I just kind of like, because I have multiple Pop toys. Everyone knows I collect, and yeah, he's actually worth something at this point. But
that's crazy.
Since I like to collect, I get attached to my stuff. So like right now, I won't get rid of anything. But I really like him. Like I would hate to give him up, but I mean, if
I feel that.
I don't know.
Yeah,
it's just cool to know that he's worth something. A lot of people like him.
Are you gonna give it to your grandchildren? You're gonna pass it down.
That is very far.
If they prove themselves to be worthy of taking care,
watch it. Yeah,
you know. But I love collecting.
Grandchildren.
No, but you can't give it to them at a young age because then the first thing they're gonna do, they're taking him out of the box, and I don't want that.
Like, Grandma,
like,
we don't want
this is a collectible
toy. That's what I'm saying.
I feel like nobody's gonna want my toys.
Leave it to your cats. They'll take care of them.
So Keanu eats cardboard.
Oh no.
So no, I'm not gonna give it to my cat. Like he would be super stoked and just go to town.
Snack.
Some cardboard. Let's go. No.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, I mean, we're looking forward to episode 110. It's gonna be very, very interesting. Yeah. And shit, man, My Hero, crazy stuff. Maybe 4 episodes left, maybe more. Who knows? They might do the fuck a pause. We're just gonna keep going. That'd be great. I'd be super down for that. But regardless, guys, let us know what you guys think both of Tokyo Avengers and My Hero Academia this week. Let us know. I know Griffin said that last week wasn't as good.
I agree. The first episode of the villain arc was a little like slow.
It's definitely
for me.
Set up. Yeah.
Just because like first of all, like I'm such a big fan of League of Villains. Like when they started talking about the Metal Liberation Army and they started showing who was who, I was like, I'm not feeling this.
It's like whatever. Man.
But I feel like this episode was.
This is the true start
way
of it?
Better.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is one of my favorite episodes of the whole season. I love this episode.
Actually, 100% same.
I love that Toa gets to shine the way she
gets some limelight.
She's so cute.
She's the best.
She's beautiful. I like her new little peach jacket that she picked out. Like,
yeah.
She looks great.
Like, she is in line competing with Ochaku for me.
Ooh, best girl.
Yeah,
which, by the way, we are naming at the end of the season for all of season 5, best girl and best boy. So keep that in mind. But yeah, let us know what you guys think of this episode, both episode 110 and episode 2021, whatever it was of My Hero Academia. Rather, of Tokyo Avengers. But yeah, moving on to the next segment, Rafa, we have Anime Swap. Oh, that's
Why did you boo it? Why did you boo it?
There you go. That's the one.
I thought it was the second to last one, no?
This one?
No.
This one?
Yeah.
What's that?
Oh, that's not it? Oh.
Ooh. There you go.
Ooh, you so nasty.
That is definitely not
that's it right there, Anime Swap.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
let's get right into it.
So it was me. I got Fena.
Yeah, so I gave Rafa Fena the Pirate Princess, and I gave Renee Vinland Saga. But Rafa, what did you think of Fena the Pirate Princess?
It is a Crunchyroll / Adult Swim collaboration project. Animation done by Production IG, which they make great work. I'm loving this show.
Ooh, okay.
This is a ad to watch every week show.
Really?
Yeah. I'm all about this show.
Okay.
I love the hell out of the show. It's gonna be, with Sunny Boy and Kage Shoujo and Kobayashi Dragon Maid. Something I'm gonna watch every single week for sure. I love the characters. There's this sense of adventure.
Okay.
That I got from episode 1. You know, I love Fena. She's hilarious.
Yeah, she is.
I love her attitude. She's cute. I really like how she looks with her hair short.
Mm.
You know, I love her attitude. She has like this really positive. She's naive because she's a princess.
Yeah.
But at the same time, she's not a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate. You know, like she has her moments where she's really smart. She has her moments where she really thinks outside the box, but she's naive because she hasn't really experienced the world.
For sure.
So she's a character that's been written well. I like all the samurai guys, her team. Yeah, they're awesome.
They're really dope. Yeah,
every single one of them like them for their own personality. I like the girl with the gun. She's adorable. The twins are hilarious. I love the twins. The leader that nobody listens to. He's cool as fuck. Well, he's funny. And then the main guy, forgot his name. Starts with a Y. The silent guy, the samurai guy.
Yeah, the one that's
the one that saved Fena when she was a kid.
The one that the romantic.
Yeah, the romantic lead.
Yeah,
he's awesome too. So, then there's a big mystery overall in the show. It deals with these stones that they kind of look like phones. The phones were like made of like pure glass, and it's all connected to Fena and like Fena's like royal family, whatever. When Fena was a kid, her dad was on this voyage, trying to figure out what the hell's up with these stones. And then the ship sinks. I think they got attacked or something, right?
Yeah, they did. They got attacked.
The ship sinks, and one of the samurai guys who saves her later on, like when she's an adult. I don't know if she's an adult or not. Is she an adult? She's like 16.
What? When they get attacked?
No. When like now times in the show.
Oh, she's like a teen. She's like older teen. Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyways, I forgot the name of the guy, but they're kids and they're like friends or whatever. He saves Fena, puts her on a boat. She ends up randomly at shore, like some random ass fucking town or whatever. And she gets saved by those two old dudes. Those old dudes are hilarious, by the way. I love them.
They're fucking dope.
Really
I love
cool.
them. Yeah,
they're really cool. So, anyways, years pass and she's like living in this like castle or whatever, and like she's like hanging out with like prostitutes and shit like that.
I'm not hanging out, but she's kind of forced to live with them. Yeah.
And like, it got to the point that she was gonna get
married
off to some dude.
Yeah, like some royal asshole.
Yeah, and like she hasn't like done stuff like that.
Yeah,
she specifically says that she has done stuff like that.
Yeah,
and like she had this whole plan of like
how to escape.
Oh, that shit was funny. She had like the whole diagram how she was gonna escape,
drawn out and everything.
Yeah, that was a really funny scene. But anyways, the two old dudes, they come in, help her escape, and then she gets brought into like with the samurai guys to like a different like island, and that's when she starts finding out about like her past and the royal, that she's part of a royal family, and about that stone, and then they have to find out where that stone comes from. Like it's a whole mystery towards like how is Fena connected to the stone and the royal family, and they're going to like Germany, and then they have to go to France. Like it's all this.
Yeah, it's all connected. Yeah,
it's all this long journey they have to go on, and like it's. I don't want to say it's Disney-esque because it's not really like. It feels like a sense of adventure. Like that's what I get from the show, the sense of like a journey of discovery of like, you know, being with your friends and having a great time, and you know, overcoming the obstacles that are in front of you. Like I get a lot of that sensation from this show. I guess that's why I feel like it's like Disney-esque in a way. Just the big grand scale of this adventure. I love the hell out of the show. I can't wait to see more of it. And also like that Fena, even though they say that she's useless and she can't do anything, she doesn't just sit around and does nothing. Yeah, she actually tries to improve. You know, at a certain point she starts talking to the samurai guys in the boat, and she's like, hey, teach me how to fight, teach me how to shoot a gun, teach me how to shoot a bow, how to do swordplay, stuff like that. At the beginning there, everybody was like, nah, we don't want to do that. I'm assuming because I guess to me was like, hey, we don't think you're serious about this shit. Yeah, you know. But then they saw that she was actually dedicated to it, so then she started getting lessons from everyone about how to, you know, use certain weapons and stuff like that. So I appreciate a lot. The show's it's a good show.
Okay, well, there you go.
Really, really good show. I recommend for everyone to check it out.
especially because it's Adult Swim X Crunchyroll.
Yeah, and animation's really good.
Yeah, it's really. I like it a lot.
When it gets serious with the fight scenes, it looks amazing. When it's silly and wacky with the jokes, the animation's also really, really good. So yeah, it's a good show. I would recommend it.
Okay,
highly recommend.
Now, Renee, Vinland Saga. What did you think of that show?
Okay, so yeah, last pod, you guys told me like it was like a Viking show, and I was like, okay, I guess. Like, I'm not really into the whole Viking thing. Like, I'm like, whatever. So yeah, this was on Amazon Prime, and literally first episode, first scene, it's like this battle scene going on this ship, and like people are getting fucked. Like, dudes just coming in hardcore, like stabbing everyone.
Yeah.
It's cool. Like, I'm like, I think Hector, you called it. It was like there's blood. It's an adventure. Like there's action. And literally, you're like already like sucked in episode 1, and I love it. This show, besides the My Hero in Tokyo, I think this is gonna be my show that I get like watch every week.
Oh, nice.
Oh, very cool.
I watched the first 4 episodes. I would have watched more if I could, but then we had a pod.
Okay.
And yeah, like just the whole story with Thorfinn.
Yeah.
And how he has this backstory that he was this warrior he was a Dromsburg warrior, and it got to a point where he was kind of tired of all the fighting and all the war, so he like moved. He left. He deserted. The army, and he kind of went and started a family. He has a son. He was kind of just living the peaceful lifestyle for a bit until an old comrade came and was like, yo, like, we kind of have to go to England, and like you have to kind of, because you deserted, like, this is your way to like show the king, the leader, that like you didn't desert, like, to win your honor back, I should say. That's a better way of putting it. And he couldn't say no because literally his comrade had people in the village, and they would have literally executed everyone if he said no.
Yeah.
So, and this character, he's super tall, super, like, he's built, like, you can just tell like he was a warrior, but a lot of people in the village didn't know of his backstory until this point. And he has a son who kind of like at first didn't really look up to him, but when he found out that his dad used to be like a war hero, he was all for it. Like, the son wants to like go out to sea, and he wants to go and like fight in the war with everyone, but he's obviously like 6 years old at this point. And yeah, I mean, and then you have the whole situation of Thorfinn, he's out to sea with he recruited some of the people from the village, and they ended up getting into a trap, which kind of like just he lost his life during this battle between him, and there's a lot more, and I feel like maybe I should have touched more a little bit on this, but I don't want to spoil too much, just because I really it's great. Like, the visuals are great, the story is very captivating, you get sucked in. The fact that Thorfinn did kind of pass, I felt it. This is only like I'm on episode 4, and he went down like a beast. Like, he took down like 2
a true warrior.
Yeah, he took down like all these people, and then he goes against the evil guy, and he won. Like, that was the thing that made me upset, is that he won, and the dude was just grimy. And then they had all the guys, the archers, who just shot him at the very last minute. And the son's like, what the fuck? Like, my dad won. Like, he shouldn't have. It shouldn't have cost his life. Like, that's not fair. And you get the sense that, the son's kind of going to grow up to be this person who avenges his father's death. And I really like the intro to the show, but I feel like it kind of spoils a little bit. Like, obviously, the son grows up and he kind of becomes this person, I don't know. Like, it was cool to see, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like there was a lot that they kind of unfolded right away, which I would have liked to be surprised about later on. But overall, really, it's great. Visual, I think this is Wit Studio. I was talking with Hector. Did they do Kokoku? Am I saying? I don't even know if that's
no. Kokoku does is by Geno Studio.
Okay, there's an anime that I watched that recently that was done by Wit Studio. Because they have like that little intro clip of like the motorcycles.
Wit Studio did Attack on Titan.
That's why.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like it was a newer like a recent anime that I remember seeing that. But yeah, I mean overall, yeah, I think this is gonna be my thing.
Yeah, I mean I love that. I mean Wit Studio literally does no wrong. They did The Ancient Magus' Bride, which I really, really love. They did The Great Pretender, which is the Netflix show that me and
I started watching that.
Yeah, me and Rafa really liked. Of course, they did Attack on Titan. They did, I'm pretty sure, every single season of Attack on Titan. They did Vivi, Floretta, I's Song. They've done so much work that like we absolutely love. So there's definitely something to look forward to. But yeah, I'm glad you guys really liked your recommendations. And of course, we have this week Rafa. So Rafa, go ahead, baby boy.
What you got for us, Rafa?
So, normally I would have 2 each, like one for. Shout out to Alex, by the way. I would have one for Hector and then one for Renee, but I'm gonna have both of you guys watch the same anime.
Okay. Let's go.
It's called Anohana, the Flower We Saw That Day. It is a drama, slice of life, supernatural anime.
Supernatural.
Yes. I'm gonna read a quick description. It says Mina's friends reunite 5 years after her death to help her remember and fulfill a wish so she can pass on into the afterlife. It's 11 episodes. It's on Netflix, so it shouldn't be too hard. Genres include anime, romance, slice of life, drama, tragedy, coming of age story. I know I talked to you about this anime before. Where we talked about anime that made us cry.
Yes.
This anime made me cry a lot.
Okay, wow.
I know a specific, and this is a very specific scene that made me cry. Like, there's ball out cry.
Is it at the beginning or end of the, or towards the middle of the show?
The end. It's towards the end of the show. I love this anime. This is one of those animes I'm never ever gonna forget.
Ooh.
The story's awesome. So I want to see what you guys think.
Okay.
I know you've cried before.
100%.
Renee,
all I do is cry.
Renee, all you do is cry, as we established.
Yes, I get too attached. So wait, episode 1, am I gonna cry?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
I'll
let you know.
I remember the overarching story and like that really big climactic like point, like that ending where I was just like, oh shit, just like losing my mind.
Okay.
But I can't remember the small details in between. But it's a great story. It's beloved. A few episodes ago, I brought up how they had the anniversary thing when they got the cast together, and then the one of the art directors drew them if they were like 10 years older, like when they're adults.
That's cool.
Like that. So there's a whole article about that I brought up a few episodes ago. So the show's really beloved. It's one of the best like drama slice of life shows I've seen. Like it's really good. It's really emotional. Like you're gonna get in your feels. So if you feel like crying, watch this anime.
Is this better than Horimiya?
It is not in the. It's.
Wasn't that a slice of life
it's
too?
A slice of life,
but it's like a whole different like slice of life. Okay.
It's 2 paths. Because Horimiya is more on like romantic. Like look at them being together and being happy and stuff. This deals with more like friendships and struggling and staying as friends and like because. You have your friends, but you might not always agree with each other. You might fight about stuff and stuff like that, and like it deals with a lot with like remorse and sense of betrayal and like self-blame and acceptance of who you are, and a lot of these themes are around this show.
Okay.
So it deals with a lot of stuff. So it's a really great show. It's a really, really great show.
Well, all right then, guys. Tune in next week to find out what we think. And last but not least, let's give our final shout-outs before we tune this out. So, Rafa, Renee, any shout-outs you guys want to give?
As you guys know, you're here on Geek 2000. If you're on YouTube, we also do the Playing Pod... is it Gamecast?
Playing Pod Gamecast, yeah.
So, where we talk about all video game news on there with Alex and John. We also have the Panel Pals, where we talk about all comic book stuff. TVs, movies, And we have the Derailed podcast where we just bullshit for an hour.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun, a lot of good content on this channel. We'll check it out. And if you just want to listen to the Bento Boxcast and you're on the run, Anchor.com.
Oh, yes.
It's on there. Also, if you're interested in any of the other podcasts that I just brought up, they're also on Anchor, and they're on their Geek Jar 2000.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my blogs.
And then I just want to give a shout out to Artisan Gamer Shop. It's a Etsy shop that Alex and I started back in January of this year. We make art and gaming inspired mugs and decor. So yeah, definitely check it out. Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. And then also don't forget, guys, to check both myself, Rafa, and the rest of the Geek Jar gang on Twitch, twitch.tv/ultra_vman, twitch.tv/RafaBotGaming. And then, of course, the rest of the gang is going to be down below, plugged up. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we can't wait to see you guys again and talk some anime with you. Goodbye.
See ya.
Bye, guys.
Yeah!